Hello my friends, and welcome to another video with me, Steve England Outdoor Learning. I'm here at Stoke Park in Bristol, and this mighty oak tree behind me, I'm sorry if I'm shouting because I'm just by the M32 motorway. This massive 18th century oak tree behind me has fell over the other day, and it's been here for the best part of 300 years. And now I guess it's going to go on to provide food for fungi for the next 100 years or whatever. One of the things that I wanted to show you guys, and I thought I'm going to film a video because oak trees display a really interesting feature just underneath the bark, and I'll show you guys. But look at the tree first, look at that. Wonderful 18th century oak tree, massive. Gone over, and there's Teddy somewhere, there he is. So what I wanted to show you guys was this, because as the tree's gone over, it's just smashed up everywhere. Everything's broken, all the limbs. It's been weakened on the buttress because I know that this tree's had a fire inside of it a few years ago, a massive fire. But one of the things that I wanted to show you, which I find really interesting, is how trees work and how they transport their water. Because oak trees, 98% of a tree, a deciduous tree, is dead tissue. There's only 2% living tissue, and that is the leaves, the tips of the roots, what they're called meristems, and a film just underneath the bark, which is the new wood. It's called a phloem layer, and it's when the tree produces new sugar, that water gets transported down back through the tree. It's a sugar enriched, carbohydrate rich sugar which feeds the tree. But look at this then, guys, I'll show you. Have a look at this. So here's a piece of bark. Here's a piece of oak bark, which I found on the floor there. And if I turn it over, look at that. Can you see the shapes in there? These are tubes. Look at that. These are called phloem tubes. And these are responsible for transporting all the fluids around the tree, because the fluid on a tree goes two ways. It comes up through the roots and goes up through a series of pipes called xylem tubes, which is a bit further into the wood, and then it comes back down just underneath the bark. These tubes here are responsible for transporting, look at that, look at the shape. Some of them are really interesting. Look. You can see they're just tubes. Millions upon millions. Look at that, that's beautiful. Look at the shapes of that, look. And if I turn it around, you can see how thin a layer it is. So these are phloem tubes, and the phloem tubes are responsible for transporting the sugar-rich fluid back down from the leaves after the tree's photosynthesized. Really interesting, really, because some of the patterns on them are amazing, and I will keep coming back to this tree over the next few months, years or whatever, because as the bark falls off, and it will ultimately, I'm going to see if I can find some really nice swirls in the bark, and then I'm going to keep it as a souvenir. Anyway, what a lovely day. Look at the dower house behind me. Beautiful, isn't it? It's so nice to see the cows back here in Stoke Park. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful, just like when I was a kid here, back in the day, back in the 70s and 80s. Anyway guys, a short little video on the oak tree phloem system. Take care.